everyone. I'm Martinez. My name is Itzell, and it's Favorites Fridays, Anime Edition, episode 14. And today's anime is Future Diary. So, if you haven't seen Future Diary, it's a very dark anime. Kind of like Hunger Games, like one survives. And yes, it's a lot like Hunger Games. But not everybody is a kid. I think there are adults in it, so it's like I think from like middle school all the way to like maybe middle age or something like that. But the whole reason that it's happening is that a god, um I can't remember exactly which god it is. Like it might be like time and something else. I can't remember. But I think his name was Deus. I can't remember exactly. Something to that effect. He's dying. So, he needs a successor. And his successor is going to be picked out of 12 people. So, they have what they call their diary. So, every single one of this person has like some kind of diary on their phone. Um, and and however they write it, like whatever it's based on, that's the updates that they get. So the main character, who is called Yuki, but it's Yukitaro, something like that. Yuki, I think so. So Yuki, the main boy, he's a teenager. He would write updates about like what's going on around him, like constantly. So he will get updates like within like minutes, seconds, like I don't remember the time span of like so and so is gonna walk through the door, or so and so is coming at me from behind with an axe. Like he'll get something like that. Where the main girl, Gazai, her diary was all about Yuki because she was obsessed with him. So anything that's happening to him comes to her. So she knows what's going on with him. Like if somebody's gonna attack him, she knows. So they end up partnering up. And there's a couple, I can't remember. Everyone has a number. So Yuki's number is the first, and is the second, and it goes down all the way to 12. There's a couple, and I think that their diaries would tell what is going on in each other's lives, and I can't remember everybody else's diary. So they will constantly be getting updates, and they have to constantly be tracking them down. All I know is the creepiest one, if I remember correctly, is this little. I can't remember if it's a little boy or a little girl. It's a little child, because I don't remember the gender. Where their diary was just like drawings. But I don't know if they always had to draw them, or the drawings would just show up because they were little and they couldn't write. But it was creepy. Like that little one was so creepy. And it's crazy to think, like a little kid that's not even capable of writing and reading is mixed up in this. Insane. So, sick game. But it's really interesting to see like all the dynamics and see, and Yuki and all that. So there's something that comes out about, like she was badly abused by her parents, and they had this cage they would lock her in whenever she wasn't good enough, her grades weren't good enough, she didn't clean up good enough, like whatever, they would put her in the cage. And so I don't know how she got her parents in the cage, but she did, and basically starved them to death. So yeah, it's pretty bad. Now, this version of the spoiler, has a very interesting secret. And you're like, well, what's that? Well, in this cage, in the cage this time, um, I believe is that times, And you're like, what? Yeah, so the that's right now with Yuki is from the past. So essentially won. And they painted it in a way like if you win, you can have anything you want because you're a god. Well, that's not true. She wanted Yuki. Well, you can't bring people back after they passed. So what she could do is like go to another world or another timeline where he is there. And she took her place, like that time's place. But there couldn't be two of them, so she had to take her out. So, yeah. So she knows that at the end of the day, they both can't win. She won once. Like, Yuki helped her win. And now she wants to help her, like this other Yuki, win. And every episode is like them fighting a different number, just about. So they do end up where it's just them, and I can't remember exactly what happens. I can't remember how Yuki ends up winning, but it destroys him completely because he's alone. Like, you cannot socialize with the outside world. You're completely alone. You lost the love of your life, and it sucks. Like, he gets really depressed. Like, he is like doing his godly duty and everything, but he's incredibly depressed. And at the very end, if I remember correctly, we hear her voice, like she's calling to him. So I think they have like another episode, like an OVA, where they show them together. I'm not sure. I don't really remember. But if you were into like the dark and creepy, like one person survives kind of like anime, then it's for you. It's really gory and really graphic, and almost everybody has a tragic backstory. I think Yuki might have been the only one that's backstory wasn't tragic, but almost everybody else had a really sad story. With that little, I can't remember if it was a little boy or a little girl. With the youngest one, I can't remember if they had a sad story, or if they were just like nuts, like psycho or sociopath. I don't know. But almost everybody had a really sad story. Like the couple, if I remember correctly, like they were always together. I don't know if they were orphans and they were in the same orphanage or if they were always together. And like for some reason these girls hated her, and so they set her up to get by multiple guys, and he couldn't get there in time to save her, and so it was really hard on both of them. So yeah, it's really, really dark. When people talk about dark romance, like this is what I think about. Like to me, that's like dark romance. Like, and here they don't show them do physical stuff, but it's very like dark, and but there are different like love stories. So yeah, if you're not good with like a psychological dark show that can mess up your head, it's not for you. But if you don't get bothered with a lot of like triggering subjects, then it might be something you want to watch. And I know I didn't go into too much detail about what's going on because it's so dark. And yeah, I do really like this anime, and I think I like it because I feel like if I love someone so much and I had the power to go back and see them, I feel like I'd do it. even if I messed everything up. I feel like a lot of people would. So, there's another anime where a similar thing happens, but it's very sad. So, that one's not on my list. But if you want to know what that anime is, just ask me and I'll tell you. So, thank you for spending time with me. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and catch me in the next one. Bye!